Hola everybody, and we are live here with the Crypto Bay. My name is John and welcome to today's market review. If you guys have any questions or any comments on the market at the moment, make sure to comment, let your thoughts known in the chat. So we've seen a dip below 6,000 over the weekend, but over the past 24 hours we have seen a bit of a recovery. So the current market cap is at about 251 billion, which is about a 10% increase day on day. Over the past couple of hours, we have seen prices drop, but they're steadily climbing back up. In the top 10, we're seeing all green, with some of the biggest gainers being EOS, IOTA. Reason EOS is the biggest gainer in the top 10 is China released the Chinese-backed review of cryptocurrencies actually ranked EOS as its #1 for its second review. It's really questionable, this review, as both times now Bitcoin has been ranked really low. On this second review, Bitcoin was ranked as 17th. So obviously the variables that they take into account when they're ranking the different cryptocurrencies are very subjective. So for me, when I'm valuing a cryptocurrency, I would take into account things like longevity. So Bitcoin has been there since the start. So obviously this has something to say about it. It has something to say about its survival, it has something to say about its value. If it's been able to survive through crashes and it's basically set up the whole industry, then obviously there's going to be a lot of value there. However, EOS, although it's a very cool project and has a lot to offer, was ranked #1. So longevity obviously is not a thing which the Chinese government issued review took into account. So let's go into some of the technicals and we take a closer look at what's been happening. So over the weekend we did see the drop below 6,000 here, and it was a pretty big crash. 6,200 has been a resistance point for Bitcoin for quite a while now, and just over the last couple of hours it actually tried to get over it again, but then we've seen a crash about 150, but we're seeing a slow climb back up. It was quite volatile over the weekend. A lot of analysts in the cryptocurrency industry thought that if Bitcoin stays below 6,000 we're going to see huge drops. I've seen forecasts of 5,000, 4,000, even 3,000. I think the low was around 5,760, but we managed to see a jump back up, and since then we've been trading in quite a tight range apart from this drop about 2 hours ago. But once again we are climbing back up, so it'll be interesting to see if it comes back up to 6,200. I wouldn't bet on it going over it. We could see this being a strong resistance point, and maybe we could see it drop back under 6,000 again. As has been the case recently, altcoins have been following Bitcoin's lead, with Ethereum also seen a drop over the last couple of hours, and over the weekend it pretty much following the same as Bitcoin as well. So it dropped quite low and then seen this big jump back up, trading in quite a tight range, making some more movements than Bitcoin but following quite closely as well. The key difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin at the moment is Bitcoin over the weekend has reached its 2018 lows. So prior to hitting 5,760, the low was around the 6,000 point. Doug Polk and Tony Vase actually put on a bet of 10,000. Tony Vase betting that Bitcoin will be under 2,000 or 6,000 level in 2018. So obviously he won that bet. But if we zoom out to a longer time frame in Ethereum, we can see that we're still quite a bit off the 2018 lows for Ethereum. Currently we're at about 460, and the yearly lows are about 365. So we're still about 100 points off in Ethereum. So this could either mean we're looking quite healthy, or it could mean there's room to drop. But to be honest, at the moment I think the altcoins are just really following Bitcoin's lead. I'm not going to cover Litecoin as it's also following the lead, but let's jump into EOS quickly here. EOS being in the news, obviously this is going to be a big catalyst for it moving. Let's go on to the hourly for EOS. So EOS, there's pretty much two things which are going to move this market. Number one, we have Bitcoin's lead pretty much showing the way the market is moving. We can see this with the drop and the spike back up, similar to Bitcoin's movement. Then a drop back down, but we also have the news coming out that the Chinese government-backed review is ranked it as number one. So obviously, in percentage gain terms, EOS outperformed the rest of the cryptocurrencies on this positive news. But over the past few hours, we've seen a bit more up movement as opposed to trading in the tight range. But last couple of hours, we have seen a fall on Bitcoin with a drop off as well. So let's go into another piece of news before wrapping up for today. Bitmain is approaching the 51% mark for hash power. So what does this mean? Well, if the hash power, so when I say hash power, just think of it as market share of mining. And if you can control over 51% of the hash power in mining a certain coin, well, then you have the power to commit double spends. You have the power to be a malicious actor and pretty much do some things to the network for the benefit of yourself. However, taking into account the amount of revenue which Bitmain makes off its mining operation, it's unlikely that if they gain 51% hash power that they will be a malicious actor. Nobody knows how much exact revenue they're making, but there's been estimates and it's a lot of money. So at the moment, Bitmain has two pools. They have BTC.com and Ampool, currently representing near 40%, so another increase will be coming near the 51% mark. Back in 2013, we seen Gash.io reach near the 51% mark as well, but they pretty much deliberately gave some hash power or forfeited their hash power to other smaller miners for the health of the Bitcoin network. So the ethos of Bitcoin is to be a decentralized network and to be secure by distributing the hash power as much as possible. So it's not good news that one miner may have near 51%, but at the moment there will be no reason to panic, as we'll have to see how this one plays out. If you guys have any comments on the hash power yourselves, do you think it's a good thing that Bitmain has so much hash power? Please let us know in the comments. Also, if you have any comments on the market, do you think we've reached the bottom now, or do you think that it's bound to go back below 6,000 and back below 5,760? Let us know in the comments also. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure to tune in again tomorrow. Thanks so much.